Is that recording?
We are recording.
We're an arm's length away from the...
Yes. So I think I need
Just
to
about.
turn this a little bit.
Turn it that way. Awesome. Have you got my good side or my bad side?
So, we put the camera on because we are reading through an email with some feedback we got from episode 002. So, we got 4 bullet points of some constructive feedback as to what we should...
Constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism. So, we just wanted to kind of go through those with you and tell you what we've been told and then I guess what we plan on trying to do differently based upon the experts over the video club telling us what they think is going to make these videos better.
Yeah.
So, do you want to go through them or shall I?
I reckon you should.
Okay, right. So a few of the points. The purpose of the video is not clear. I 100% agree. I've recorded another video saying that that's what I'm definitely going to do. I've already written the document. I just need to get it across to them. And the process needs to be simplified. I agree with that. They said plan the videos so you've got a limit of a maximum to 2 to 3 minutes each, and then only send us 5. So this is the bit which I guess my perception of this process was that we was going to record lots and lots and lots of footage, and I guess what they're asking us to do is not edit it before we send it to them, but perhaps try and figure out ways of making it more concise before we send it to them. And I guess we need to kind of get a head around how it's going to work, because if we don't record a conversation, then we've missed that opportunity to get it the first time round.
Yeah.
But if we record a 10-minute conversation and we need a 3-minute clip, do we record it again in a more concise way? Because you kind of need to go through the process of debating something for 10 minutes to figure out what the nugget of insight is. So I guess we're trying to figure out, like, can we just edit down 10 minutes to 2 minutes after recording for 10 minutes, or do we need to re-record it to make it more concise?
And I suppose that in reality is probably going to be one of the lessons that we need to learn. And I think a key bit, we were just discussing it off camera, and then we decided actually we need to record us talking about the constructive criticism.
Yeah.
But one of the things that we identified is that this week we interviewed George talking to camera, and one of the things he was saying that typically we wouldn't record if we'd planned it was that he was feeling uncomfortable speaking to camera. And actually, that's probably like a really important lesson and something really important to just say that that's really normal. As soon as the camera's pointed in your face, you do feel a little bit uncomfortable unless you're a pro and you're doing it all the time. And actually, it is those things that we want to capture and make sure we don't miss. And if we plan everything to the nth degree, the reality is we're not going to capture those insights that perhaps can be the really interesting things. But certainly we agree, we don't want the video club, and they're not going to be able to do it long term, is to review 2 hours of clips and then pull out the best bits. The reality is we're going to have to decide that ourselves, and probably we don't have 2 hours to kill to go and watch 2 hours worth of clips to choose the best bits necessarily. Is we'll have to think, right, this is a discussion we just had, this is what we recorded, I think actually those are the best bits off the back of it, let's nick those bits out, and then review them, are they good enough? If they're not good enough, then we'll probably have to go back and do a little bit of acting or create a concisier version of the same thing. So unfortunately, if we do have to go back and do it again, it might not be quite as natural as the first time around. But at the end of the day, if we're able then to convey that message concisely and clearly, so much better, because one of the key things we were discussing is we don't think our audience has the time to watch us discussing something for 20 minutes, half an hour. We definitely need to be concise in terms of communicating our message.
So what was the next point? Pretty much the same thing. Condense your points into shorter, more concise clips. They gave us an example. One of the files I sent could have been 30 seconds long. Try not to drag things out because viewers lose interest. I guess that's pretty much the same as what we were just talking about. Shoot more to a plan. Eliminate long clips. For example, cut the camera after every point means you only send exactly what you want us to include. I feel like if we turn it on and off every time phone off 1 second. I'm recording. That's another lesson to learn. If we turned it on and off after every question, we'd spend more time pressing the button than we would talking. So I feel like possibly I know we need to just chop it up, and maybe if there is a 10-minute clip, maybe I do need to delete the bits in the middle.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, what we can do is go. We've just had that chat. Yeah. Quickly, we can review it in our mind and just go. Those were the key points. We can then pull it up on a video editor and just snip out the bits that were really pertinent, and then we just send that through to the editors, the pertinent bits, and the longer, more drawn out conversations in between the really pertinent bits. They don't need to see it.
Cool. So what was the last one? Sit no further than the arm's length.
We're a little bit further than arm's length.
About an arm's length away from the camera. Sometimes the audio is too quite muffled when you're further away. I think if you're just recording yourself, it's probably easier to be an arm's length away. I think sometimes if there's two of us in the shot, unless I'm sitting on your lap, it might not be as easy. That'd
be an interesting video, I think.
So I think we maybe need to do some experimenting about how we can fit two people into a shot and have decent looking footage and also sound. I think this
I'll be really pleased because I've just spent a reasonable amount on audio kit that we haven't touched. So if we want to shoot a little bit further than arm's length away, then we might be able to set up some of our audio kit to get better audio.
I'm pretty sure what they're referring to is when we've been standing at the bar outside and the camera's been 2 to 3 meters away or whatever, and we're sort of standing either side of the bar. And we've got our sound recorder. All we need to do is just press record, chuck it on the desk. I don't think we need to be as clever as we are when we're running wires and stuff together, because we're going to get audio on the two things. I'm pretty sure the video club, maybe they can either confirm or deny this rumour with some kind of message with a thumbs up or a thumbs down, if that's possible. But that sounds like a reasonable...
Yeah, and that'd be something that we can test out. We've had a good bit of feedback there. It was certainly something that I was concerned about when we were recording on that small camera, a bit of a distance with some background noise. I was concerned about the quality of the audio. It's been confirmed that at times the audio quality isn't there, so it's definitely something we want to improve. And I think just to really sum everything up, we've had this constructive criticism, and we've identified that we need to identify for each of these vlogs, whilst they are a diary of our journey, they're a diary of things that we've learned, we need to summarise the key lessons that we've learnt. And then the other thing that we've decided that we'd really like to do is provide little cards, so almost the weekly vlog that we publish, if there's other discussions that we've had on a particular subject that we think would be really useful to one or more people out there on their journey, then we'll provide little index cards so someone could go and view more detail on that particular subject if they're interested in it. They don't have to, but it provides that in, and perhaps we can just edit those ones ourselves. So again, we're not sort of clogging up the video club with a load of work. We can just produce those ones and say we'd like a card dropped in here to link through to this.
That's something I have to set up anyway.
Cool. So, and again, what we could probably do is maybe just record another, like a screencast or something, like how you do it, because I think that'd be really useful to other people who want to be producing vlogs and maybe linking off to other videos that are more in depth on a particular subject.
Cool.